What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great week. It's the weekend. It is coming down the home stretch of the NFL season. You know it's coming down the home stretch when you have 3 games on Saturday. 1 o'clock. I got to fix the gutter in front of my house. I need to go pick up some stuff for Sunday's game, but I think I'm going to try and live stream the 3 games tomorrow, or it may end up being I get the 4 o'clock game and then the night game, and then hit the Sunday games, because I'm still debating on what to do for the game sub. And I know, of course, Buffalo's known for Buffalo wings. We've got Joe Boo wings already, so that's no big deal. But I'm thinking about a prime rib sub. And they have, because it's close to Christmas time, they've got the standing rib roast on sale, I think, for $6.99 a pound. And I'm thinking about getting a couple of those and slow cooking those and putting those with some like blue cheese and like an au jus sub. Oh, that, or I get a chuck roast and we do a whole chuck roast. We slow cook that, and you have the onions and the peppers and everything else that's in there. So it's a nice wet, juicy sub. You got that juice from that. It's kind of like beef stew, but just the meat, you know, put on there. The meat's nice and tender and all that. It's wet, it's juicy, it's flavorful. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So I'll get up early in the morning and try and get that stuff done, and then we'll live stream. But I'm sitting here. You know, this is amazing to me. This is amazing to me. Listen, oh, one other thing too. I usually have my smart mic, which I've had for a couple of years. They've been out for about 2 or 3 years or so. I'm not sure that they work as good as they want, as you want to. And I do a lot of stuff with my cell phone. Problem is, the cell phone, the microphone that's on there stinks, okay? It's not good because it picks up everything. And my S21 is, there's a 22. I can't remember which it is. It's a couple years old. And I'm trying to make it till they get to the S24, which isn't until February. And so I'm trying to make sure we can do what we can with it. Although, if the Cowboys were to go to the Super Bowl, that's a big if, somehow, some way, I will find a way, if I have to hitchhike to Vegas, to be there. There's no way I wouldn't be there. I'd get another phone, because I need to make sure I have plenty of storage in its best quality as I can. So I've got a shotgun mic that I'm trying right now to see how the sound quality is, because also when I'm at the red brick house and I'm cooking and all that, I want a better sound quality. So that, and I'm tired. I'm real tired. We know Hankins is going to be out for the game. Mozzie Smith gets a chance to step up. We got Brandon Cooks, who's got the illness, and he is questionable for the game. I think he'll be okay. We've got 48, 49 high temperatures for Buffalo, which is like a heat wave, 44 for the low. But the wind will be blowing like 17-mile-an-hour winds, and there might be a light rain. Might be. So I'll take that kind of weather over 15 degrees and a blizzard, because usually this time of year they've got lake effect snow. So the Cowboys get a little bit of a break there. But I have to be honest, because somebody commented like, oh, Cowboys paid $60 million for 2 playoff wins. I was like, first of all, how do you get that number? $60 million. He got $40 million a year. But $60 million for 2 playoff wins, because when he got one of those playoff wins was before he got his new contract. And I'm sitting here thinking how people constantly talk about Dak Prescott's money when nobody batted an eye about Daniel Jones getting paid. You do realize that Daniel Jones this year, after getting $40 million, the same amount of money that Dak Prescott is getting, had 2 TD passes and 6 interceptions. And an undrafted guy, Tommy DeVito, who you could mistake for Danny DeVito, has 8 TDs and 3 interceptions in the 5 games he's played, and has 3 victories of 4 of the games he started. Tommy DeVito has 3 victories. Daniel Jones has 2. Nobody's talking about Daniel Jones. They paid $40 million for 2 TDs. Nobody's talking about the 50-some million dollars that they paid Justin Herbert for the 21 points a game that they put up before he got hurt. But for some reason, the Cowboys, when it comes to Dak Prescott, we talk about him. We talked about his interceptions last year. Now we got guys that are saying, oh, Josh Allen's turnovers, they don't mean anything. You're telling me that 3 turnovers, games where he's had 3 turnovers, he's had 2 of those this year, don't matter? That they didn't lose those games because of those turnovers? Come on, man. And now all of a sudden, well, he's a gunslinger. He takes risks. He's a great player. And you're now defending interceptions when you killed Dak Prescott and basically question if he could see the field? Seriously? And now that Dak Prescott is leading the MVP conversation, now all of a sudden we're acting like, oh, it's a bad year for quarterback play. You know, you're literally at the point of saying, maybe we just shouldn't give away an MVP this year. And what's funny is, Dak is on pace for about 38 TDs, about 4,800 yards passing, and maybe 7 interceptions. The last time Aaron Rodgers won the MVP, he had 37 TDs, 4 interceptions, a 13-3 team, 68% completion percentage. And mind you, Pat Mahomes also had 37 TDs along with Dak Prescott. Somehow, Aaron Rodgers was thought to be a god, and Dak Prescott was considered, And mind you, we lost to the 49ers in the first round of the playoffs. Being at home in the cold, Aaron Rodgers lost to that same San Francisco team the next week on their first playoff game. For whatever reason, Dak Prescott does not get the benefit of the doubt that others do. That we will constantly talk about Dak Prescott. We still have people talking about Dak Prescott's last contract when we have, 4 guys over 50 million? And he is about 13th or 14th highest paid right now? And you know, when Dak Prescott gets his next contract, it will be back to the conversation of you can't pay a quarterback. You pay a quarterback, you can't win. You can't keep people. You can't keep people on the roster. Nobody batted an eye, Joe Burrow. Nobody batted an eye, Lamar Jackson. Nobody batted an eye, Justin Herbert. Nobody batted an eye on any of those guys. But I guarantee you they will with Dak. I just hope that the Cowboys continue to win and continue to make these idiots out there, because it's comical. And Derek, I'm getting you too, buddy. Derek, you know, he came at me with this whole bullshit thing before the Eagles game that said Dak Prescott versus 10-win teams versus everybody else, that the percentage difference of his, there's only Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford that have a worse percentage record there. What? I was like, how long did somebody work to come up with that one? Because today I heard a new one. Well, the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott haven't beat a winning team on the road this year. What? That's San Francisco and the Eagles. It's only two. It's only two playoff teams that they played on the road. San Francisco, you looked at and say is the best team in football. The Eagles were considered the best team in football. There's no shame in losing to those guys, but that's what you came up with now? And we already know that when we beat Buffalo, it's going to be, well, they don't have a winning record now. They're 7-7. You just can't win with the Cowboys. So, with that being said, I'm going to go to bed. It gets to be crazy that literally they're saying Josh Allen, who Tommy DeVito has better statistics over the last 5 weeks than, that if they end up beating Dak Prescott, that he's now the favorite for MVP. That's some bull crap. Well, good people, remember, tell the people you love them. You might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and if you're interested in going to our tailgate and going to the game, in the community tab, I have a post in there about all the information of where you get the tickets. We're in section 315. The tickets are $199. The contact information for the person from the the Commanders to buy the ticket from, Jed, same guy we've been dealing with for several years, is in there. You just go ahead and text him, tell him how many tickets you want, and if you need a parking pass or not, and he'll take care of getting all that stuff for you guys squared away. But don't wait too long, because those will go. We have 56 tickets in that section that we can deal with. All right? I love y'all. Peace.